Hey guys, today is Wednesday and I have watched the episode 5 of Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed starring Tatiana Maslany, and in this video I am going to share what I think about this episode, what I felt while I was watching it, and I will share what I think the future of this show is going to be. So if you don't want to miss any of that, watch the video till the end. So as we saw in the previous episode that Paula and her friend discovered the real identity of Trevor, and they are now tracking down some people who can give them some answer of Trevor's personal life. And in this episode, Paula and her friend find out a guy called Sky who used to do scamming with him, and he was a friend of Trevor. And they set up a meeting. And when Paula went to the meeting to meet with the Sky guy, we found out that this is the same guy who attacked Trevor in the live scamming session. The fake kidnapping thing, it was all Trevor and his friends plan. And we also found out that that girl we saw in the earlier episode, she was there too, and she is one of the partner of their crime. And all three of them were scamming some client of Trevor's, and they were scamming some money from blackmailing, and they were putting the money in the whole motel business that Trevor was trying to build. And another interesting thing that we found out that this Sky guy and that girl who was blackmailing Paula, they knew Danny, who eventually killed Trevor. And there's another interesting thing about that. All three of them were working for Danny. Danny was kind of a handler of them, and he wasn't supposed to get too close to Trevor, but he did. And he found out that Trevor and his friend were scamming people behind his back without his permission and without his order. And that is why he killed Trevor. And we also found out this Danny guy is some kind of working with some kind of a organization who blackmails people, who gather information from all the sources and blackmail people, intimidate them, and do some dirty work for rich people. They kill and they kidnap and they blackmail, all the bad things they do for some rich people or some kind of that, because there was some hints about that in this episode. And I think that he's a professional, the Danny guy, he's a professional and he is working with some kind of organization. And now I want to talk about Mallory. I mean, what Mallory did in this episode, it was so bad. I was so much angry when I saw what she did in this episode. I mean, she literally bribed a security guard and get into the court and switch the file of Hazel's custody, and she put the file in the section of a judge who favors the father in the custody battle. And now he is going to be the judge of their custody trial. I mean, for first she was just an other woman, and now she is trying to steal Paula's daughter Hazel, and that made me really angry. And I am really hoping in the future she get what she deserves for doing this, and her action backfires on him, because right now I am hating her. And one another thing that we found out in the very end of this episode, we found out that there's a one guy who's following Paula, and he was clicking some pictures. And I think he's a private investigator, and he is hired by Mallory to find some dirt on Paula so she can use that in the custody trial. And that is another reason for me to hate her with my guts. And other than that, beside all the chaos and all the mess going on in Paula's life, there is another storm heading towards her, because her friend, her colleague is writing a story about her, about her whole journey of this scamming thing and the whole murder thing. And now she is writing a story to get ahead in her career. That is what a friend should never do, because this whole custody battle is going on, and this can hurt Paula's reputation and her image really well, and it can also be used in trial custody against Paula. So this is not what a friend should do when your friend is in trouble. So that is why I am a little bit hating this character too. But this is all that we got in this episode, and I am loving this series so far. The episode are less than 40 minutes. Every time I watch the episode, it feels like that we got so much from this 35-minute episode, and that is a really interesting thing, because the screenplay and the plot and the story is too tight that you don't feel bored, and you get pretty invested while you're watching it. So that is a good thing about the show, and I am loving it so far, and I am really looking forward to see future episode where this story goes and how Paula is going to come out of all of this mess and get her child and her home and her life back. So these are my thoughts of fifth episode of Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed. If you guys have seen the episode, so please share your experience about this, and if you can write a small review about it in the comment box below, because I would love to know what you guys think about it. So that's all in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.